Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello guys, my name is Definta Nurrohmah, and then today I will deliver about my article. And then my article is about lectures written corrective feedback in argumentative writing at first semester of English language education of Universitas PGRI Ronggolawe Tuban. Okay, next, my abstract is every written corrective feedback has an important in English writing when EFL student writing. This researcher reveals lectures written corrective feedback during the first semester at English language education, especially in English writing in my university. This research I'm are to describe one, the kind of corrective feedback used by the lecturer. And then second, the dominant of corrective feedback. In researcher of the objective, the researcher used qualitative research to collect and analyze the data. The research was conducted in English class at first semester of PGRI Ronggolawe Tuban, and then the researcher took lecture of English class as the subject of this research. The researchers got the data of the study from interview, then with the lecturer, then collected the documentation such as a student worksheet and several data in interview, as like that. And then the result of the finding displayed that one, the teacher used two kind of written corrective feedback, is uncaught, and then two, the dominant type of oral corrective feedback this teacher used explicit corrective. Then in written corrective feedback, lecturer prefer direct feedback more. Okay, it's like that. Okay, next, one, introduction. Corrective feedback, a long debate issue, still attract the attention of researcher, and then about theories and language practitioners. And then thus the researcher want to focus just on written corrective feedback on the writing tasks. Apart from the fact that corrective feedback can improve the quality of student writing, the expectation of lecture providing writing assessment through feedback can increase the quality of writing, especially in classroom writing learning setting. It's like that. And then my statement of the problem, and then object of the study. The first, that what kind of the teachers writing corrective feedback used in argumentative writing the first semester of English language education of Universitas of PGRI Ronggolawe Tuban. And then second, what is the dominant type of written corrective feedback in argumentative writing at the first semester of English language education of Universitas of PGRI Ronggolawe Tuban. And then my object of the study, the first, that every teacher writing corrective feedback used in argumentative writing. So the object is argumentative writing, and then two, to find dominant type of written corrective feedback the teacher in argumentative writing. So every corrective feedback, what the dominant, the type, it's like that. And then the role of the teacher in teaching writing. When the teacher in the class, what the role they used, the first, that the teacher have the important role in teaching writing. That all in one purpose is to help student in writing process. The teacher role that classify in several categories. One of it, according to Brown 201, state that the role of teacher must be one of facilitator and coach, not an authoritative director and arbiter. And then any other statement by Harmer 207, that the teachers has usually rule that are important are as follows. The first, that motivator, researchers, feedback provider, and then motivator or monitor. Okay, and then my research design is qualitative descriptive. Why I choose the qualitative descriptive? Because it's important. It's not about how representative the research is, but it focus more on the individual and the insight they have. I choose the statement by journey 2007. And then my subject of the study in English lecture of fourth semester class of English language education of Universitas of PGRI Ronggolawe Tuban. It's my subject. And then my object, I choose the lecture written corrective feedback along with their student in the current just study at the fourth semester in English class and then of English language education of Uniro Tuban or University PGRI Ronggolawe Tuban in my object. And then in my research instrument, I just choose just two. The first, the interview, and then documentation. And then the first interview, just qualitative method used in this study, my interview. And then documentation, I just according by Creswell to 2012 state that document represent a good source from the take or word data from qualitative study. Okay, next my technique of collecting data. The first year, as I think it's like that my instrument, the first interview and then documentation. If every interview there's question intended to lead the teacher or the lecturer to focus on her writing corrective feedback strategies from the student. And then documentation, the researcher collect data by taking pictures, maybe in the student and then the lecturer, and then in paragraph writing assessment to provide information or evidence relating to the data collection process. Okay, and then my technique of analysis data, I'm choose the according by Humberman in years 1994. It's like in this study research used the analyze model process, and then the consisting just three: data collection, and the first data reduction, data display, collection drawing, or verification in my technique of analyzing the data. Okay, then my research finding, it is the kind of lecture with feedback. Maybe the example just the student writing causes code all color correction by lecture. Okay, and then the dominant type of writing corrective feedback in argumentative writing by student, just direct corrective feedback. I think the example is like that. So every corrective, this code the red color and then blue color. Okay, and then uncut feedback. I think it's like that, the example in the pictures. Okay, and then the study, it can be concluded that the lecture employ just two types of writing corrective feedback in interaction with the student in the class. So so my lecture every give some corrective feedback in argumentative writing. So just to type, and then because to improve and then to correct this statement, and then my lecture use to direct corrective feedback and then indirect corrective feedback, and then in this more type or dominant type, I think just a feedback applied by lecture is like that. Okay, I think enough for myself. If any mistake, I'm so sorry, and then thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye bye, see you.